Hello, everyone. I think Elon is a maestro of raising barriers to entry with innovation, which that is so much faster than anyone else. Why? Because he's so first principles physics driven in his analysis of how to approach a new idea. Very often, we just look at what he does, not exactly what he's saying, which can often be a distraction, or it can be an advertisement for his cars, or for X, or for SpaceX, and so forth. We have a scoring system, as we are evaluating companies and their founders and their management teams, there's 6 metrics, and one of them is moat and barriers to entry. I think he had X made a big difference, and his ideas around government efficiency, which will revolve importantly around technology. Artificial intelligence is doing wonders for the most bureaucratic organizations out there, being involved in disruptive innovation and only disruptive innovation. We know that we need visionary leaders who will stand up to short-term oriented shareholders, and they'll be able to execute their vision with the right technologies at the right time. Some people say that Elon Musk is our Renaissance man and the best creator of our time. He looks at a problem with fresh eyes and doesn't care how things have been done in the past. He then comes up with clever solutions to big problems, whether they're in the areas of self-driving cars, healthcare, social networks, or SpaceX exploration of Mars. A lot of people say they can't believe he can do this, but he cuts to the chase and surrounds himself with smart people who want to solve the world's hardest problems. That's part of his success. Very high standards and people who want to be held accountable to very high standards and want to really transform the world. What was interesting, many people compare what's going on now to the early days of the railroads or electricity, and there were hundreds of companies that evolved during those periods, and most of them went bankrupt. Actually, we are getting such clarity here because there are very few players who have the wherewithal, and I would say the strategic vision to really move this massive opportunity forward. And you named the 4 companies. Interestingly, Elon himself named those as the 4 companies. That's very interesting. And the other thing about railroads is it was geography by geography. This is global all at once, and it's happening so rapidly. So I think there's actually great clarity when it comes to Tesla's impressive growth. It's not just about observing from the sidelines for Tesla bulls, and those with a keen eye for uncovering the next stock market gem. This page tells you everything you need to know about Tesla. How much should Tesla stock be? What Tesla came up with, and everything Elon Musk. If you click on one of the ad links in the description and then buy something, our channel might get a small payment. For starters, their sales are tripling year over year. If they stick to their predictions, which are said to be about $11 billion next year and $26 billion or so the following year, this company will quickly start making money, since they say they have 250 million weekly users and 11 million paying users. A lot of people think that $20 or $30 a month is a lot, but Tesla makes us feel very good. Believe it or not, because we've done the research. I don't think a lot of analysts have done the kind of research on autonomous mobility that we have. We have a longer investment time horizon. That's why we've done the research. As we get to robo-taxi, I think more and more people, analysts, are going to have to start modeling what this means, and I think as they do, they will conclude that this is a software as a service model with 80% gross margins, plus on that side of the model, as opposed to 15 to 30% margins on that EV side. I think they're going to fill in some of the blanks that we have about when they're going to launch and how they're going to launch. So that's going to become important. It'll make it more real. And I think that the reason analysts are probably going to take what Elon is saying more seriously this time, because remember, he's been predicting autonomous in the next 2 years for the last 5 years, and I'll say we expected it last year. But Wheel is now out there, and more people are trying it. This is not if it is when for Tesla, and for Tesla, it's also how quickly will they roll out, how quickly will they go national or even global with their aspirations. I think, as you know, Elon thinks so in a very big way, and he has positioned Tesla to win the lion's share of this market. And this AI project is a winner. Look at the winter take most project. The company that can get people from A to B the most quickly, safely, and with the least amount of weight will win most of the business. When people see Tesla's plan, I think they'll think, wait a minute, we was already doing this, so it must be possible. To find out how big this market will be, you can look at our model on our website, arc-invest.com/docomo, and change the factors. People who host these networks, and Tesla will be one of them, will make 4 to 5 trillion toys over the next 5 to 10 years, based on an estimate we made. In 5 years, Tesla should be able to make a lot of money. Elon is a troubleshooter, and other troubles at X are not over yet, of course. We're seeing that in just recent days when they've said, that the Israeli conflict and all of the drama around it has caused another hit to advertising revenues. So, I think these difficult times, though, spur Elon's creativity. He isn't a troubleshooter and a brilliant technologist. So we think that each time he does face turmoil like this, that the intensity of his brain cells takes into new answers. And we've seen this at Tesla. Every step along the way Tesla now, that Eves are scaling, and he's got that machine in space in place, so to speak. We have now the autonomous side, and I think he's really focused on that, so yes, I think it has his attention. He knows and believes. I think that they're close to the finish line with this latest software upgrade so much so that they're now hiring ride-hail experts in different cities around the country. That is going to be a game changer. And we don't think he's lost any focus. We just look at what he does, not exactly what he's saying, which can often be a distraction, or it can be an advertisement for his cars, or forks, or for SpaceX, and so forth. So, but we have a scoring system, as we are evaluating companies and their founders and their management teams.